and I just can't see it yet.
Okay.
Yep.
I just got a notification. There you are, my lovely friend. Share it.
Yep.
Newsfeed. We are live now, Monday Madness.
We are live and in person.
Woohoo!
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me do my spiel, okay? Good morning, good evening, wherever you are across this beautiful nation and around the world. This is Deja Brew News, waking you up to truth. Today is Monday Madness, and I'm here with Jen, live and in person. And we're doing a call-in show. We're going to put the number out pretty soon. Stay tuned for that. We're going to do a few things first, and then we'll open up the phone lines. So, Jen, you wanted to do a shout out to someone.
I did. Okay, today is my girl, my friend from high school, Kat Stacy's birthday. Happy birthday, Kat. I love you. I hope you're having the most kick-ass day. I hope you're having the most rockinest day, and I hope to talk to you soon.
Right?
Yes.
Right on. Happy birthday. And I just noticed my stupid keyboard didn't catch the M on this, so it looks like on day Madness until it gets corrected later. But that's cool. Okay. Whatever.
It's all good.
And my daughter just texted me to tell me it says on day. my tiny tech support in the other room.
Oh, she's awesome.
Yes, she is. Okay, so you want to tell them what we're doing today?
Okay, so today we thought we would break out the tarot cards. Kelly's gonna do the taroting, and I've got some questions. We're hoping that you guys will have some questions too, because I mean I don't have a whole lot, but yeah, please call in, comment.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to the YouTube. I'm gonna go pull it up here so that I can see the chat. Okay, so hopefully some people will join us. So Kelly, in one of your recent lives, talking about ETs and these crazy looking orbs, and things that we've been seeing. I mean, it's just shit's just getting really weird, or I like to think magical.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, are these orbs, have they always been there and we're just now seeing them because we know that the veil is thinning as the vibration of the planet increases, the veil's thinning. Have first of all, are these orbs our galactic family, checking up on us, and have they always been there and we just couldn't see them?
Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
And I already heard some answers in my head, but we're going to let the cards do their thing too.
Yes. But then I want to hear the answers you got too.
Oh my God, I already love what we're pulling. Wow, that was jumped right out. And for those of you that don't know, I take jumpers. I don't pull cards. I don't pick them. I let Spirit pick them.
Okay.
Always and forever. I don't feel right when I pick them.
Yeah.
I don't think it's my place to do it. If I'm divining, I should be letting the divine pick the cards.
Right.
It's just how I feel about it.
The
Other
girl in
people
North
can do it
Carolina,
their way, and that's fine.
The girl in North Carolina did the same way, and she was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty spot on with it. I mean, I got a lot of return clients,
Yeah. She's done personal readings for me, and our girl Kelly is amazing. You should book a reading with her.
Yeah, I got clients that call me so much, like I know all their life. I know their kids' names. As soon as they call me, I'm like, hey, how's so-and-so, and did this happen, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh my God, how do you know? And I'm like, dude, I've been talking to you for like 35 phone calls.
Yes. Excuse me.
All right, repeat your question.
Okay, so first of all, these orbs that people have been seeing, are they our galactic brothers and sisters? And the second part of that question is, have they always been there, and are we just now able to see them because the veil is thinning?
Oh my God, dude. I am fucking loving this.
I'm so excited.
Okay, so we're going to start with the regular tarot here. We're
Okay.
going to do it in order. So, first question. Are these orbs, say it again so I don't mess it up.
Are they our galactic brothers and sisters? Star families
And something about veils?
And have they always been there, and we're just now being able to see them because the veil is thinning?
Right. Okay. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. Now, here, I mean, this is why I let the divine pick my cards, because I could not have ever came up with this kind of a beautiful combination. Ace of Pentacles. This is a resounding yes.
Yeah.
Straight off the bat, right? And with it even being the Pentacle, because there's the orb, right?
Oh my God.
There's your orb with the light shining on it. Boom. Okay. Boom. Right off the bat. Knight of Pentacles. This is us heading towards something new, starting off on a new prosperous journey. Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yes, we are entering a phase where veils have been lifted that were there before, with the Seven of Swords and is that the 9? Which one is it? 10. With the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords.
Okay.
That was a different kind of energy, right? That's a heavy energy. These swords of these two cards are very heavy energy that is lifting now. And see, both of them have light shining on them, even.
Wow.
See that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You see the light at the top?
Uh-huh.
They both have light just shining all over them, where the veils are being lifted and the light is coming through. And now we've got the Eight of Wands as the last card, which is the card of communication.
Oh, they're trying to communicate with us.
They're trying to communicate with us. And I think they were already trying to communicate with us through crop circles, and we just didn't get it. Enough of us didn't get it, right?
Yeah.
And then they were trying to communicate with us by just showing up here and there and talking to a few people and thinking that that was going to work. But nobody listens to the little people, right?
No.
Nobody listens. I mean, I've been shouting this stuff from the rooftop for over 40 years now, you know, and people don't take it seriously. So nobody was listening with just one, right? We had to all be coming together and really talking about it for this to be something that shows them, okay, this is the time. Plus, in my opinion, we're in the whole Great Awakening anyway.
I was just going to say that it's the Great Awakening. I mean, it's happening.
Yeah.
Nothing can stop what's coming. Nothing.
Exactly. So veils are lifting on all kinds of truths, right? All kinds of things that were hidden from us before. And again, with the Seven of Swords, that's about sneaking and lying and cheating and, hiding things and being that sneaky bastard, right? And there's a lot of things, a lot of truths that are coming out now where we're learning, oh, they were sneaky bastards.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big time. Big time. Okay. So then, and I was pulling these cards just as we were talking about it all. Okay. And I'm going to put them back in the order that they came. So, and I love these cards. So the first few times that they tried, it didn't work. That's the not for you card, right? This is the fortune cookie. So like I was just saying, didn't even work. The things they were trying before were not working. This is the observer card. Now we're being more observant or noticing the things in the sky. This dude even has a telescope looking toward the sky. This is the card of the Jaguar that says go the distance. Then we have the mound of gold that says all that glitters. A leg up, a fork in the road, and between veils. This is literally, between worlds. This is literally the veils lifting. So again, it exactly answered the question the way the other tarot cards did.
Exactly.
So again, a resounding yes, right? And I was told to pull my Starseed Oracle cards when you first asked the question.
Okay.
When I was hearing the voice in my head answering and saying, yes, we've always been here with you. We will always be here with you, whether you're seeing us or not. Okay. And this, with this card, or with that part of the message, let me see if I can get it to come in. I got the Crystal Child card. Okay. And if we think about this, which if things go the way I think they're going, we're going to be talking to the Pleiadian people first. Part of my tribe of people. I think that they'll be the first to start communicating with people. And they have what is called a crystal type orb that they can travel in.
Okay.
So I don't know if you've ever seen any of Gina Marie's videos on YouTube or Facebook. She videotapes a lot of the orbs on the live cameras for the FAA and Soho and different things like that. And she's been seeing these crystalline ships coming in for quite a while now that are like really fucking big orbs.
Holy shit.
Like,
oh, wow.
Like moon-sized orbs. Okay. But they're translucent, iridescent, and very beautiful. So, and I think that's them. Because they've been here observing how well the awakening is going.
Oh, yeah.
They've been watching this for a while. So then the second card I got, as I'm being told that we are part of the plan, is Earth Angel.
Oh.
Earth Angel, which is what every one of us volunteers, light workers, starseeds are.
Oh, really? I thought that there was like a difference. Okay.
No.
So I'm an Earth Angel because I'm a starseed.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
You see, this is why I was given the native name of Earth Song and Lovecraft, because I'm the beacon that helps bring you all home to yourself.
Right. Now,
how did Earth Angels?
How were you?
And I'm singing your praises.
How were you given the name? Did it come to you like in a meditation or something, or?
So, you might be one of the first people outside of my family that's ever asked me that, I think. I was dancing with the Native Americans. There was drumming, there was singing, there was chanting, and the word Earth Song came over me like I was being baptized. I'm not kidding you. That's the way it felt, like it washed over me, and something took control of me and threw my hands in the air, and I yelled, "I am Earth Song. I proclaim it." And they were all like, "She is Earth Song. She is Earth Song." And then we started it was a whole different kind of chant and drumming going on then, like they were celebrating or something. I didn't understand it. I just went with it.
Yeah. Well, what else can you do? Man,
right.
I mean,
I was really taken over by the moment. Do what?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I want to dance with some Native Americans and some drumming and some chanting.
Well, actually, ironically, here where I've just moved to, it's 5 minutes away from Angel Mounds, where that happened.
And I'll be coming for a visit.
And every end of September or October sometime, I'll check for sure, because they changed it. It used to be in August.
Okay.
They do what's called a Native American festival.
Okay.
And that's where I was at, because I would take my kids to the Native American festival every year. So that we could dance with the natives, and the children could learn the culture and see the items. And they've got like a longhouse built and a wigwam that's still there from ancient days. I mean, and mounds, large mounds are there as well. I mean, it's a very sacred place.
Wow.
I now live on sacred land, because this whole area is very special.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it's actually my bloodline's Native American people. So that makes it even more awesome,
Yes.
That I'm so close.
Hell yes.
And it divinely happened. I never planned to actually move here. Not in a million years. But
That's
Here
a
I
trip.
am. Yeah. But yeah, that's how I got my name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we've answered that question. What else
Ready for
do
next
you?
question? Okay. So it was one of the first videos I watched about a month and a half ago. It was, I think, on your other channel. It was, I believe it was you and Melissa talking about the New Earth, Dolores Cannon, and how y'all were saying that the whole people will be left behind didn't resonate with you. And it didn't resonate with me either. But I trust Dolores Cannon. Like her work,
For
it
sure.
it's like, and for people who don't know, this chick was the first one to take people under the deepest level of trance. And she's got patients all across the globe. They're all saying the
Yeah.
same thing while they're under hypnosis. It's all documented. She's got a bunch of books and she's passed on now. But her book,
Yeah.
The Three Waves of Volunteers, came out in 2011. So I'm sure she got that information years before the book came out because she had to, write it. And I'm wondering if at the time she got the information, if that was true, but we've switched timelines because, timelines are constantly changing. And then I'm also it because I believe we're all going together. We're with the earth, we're all ascending together.
Right.
So,
Right.
and
So do
Q, the
we.
whole where we go one, we go all, I think it's
Right.
very much tied in. And I'm wondering, A, did we change timelines? And B, did Q help push that to happen or to shift us into the timeline where we all wake up and make it to the fifth dimension frequency?
So I'm going to give you my own answer to that because
Okay.
of where I fit into all that. And then we'll pull the
Okay.
cards and see what the cards say.
Okay.
So yes, I think that that's exactly what happened, is that we changed timelines. And the reason that I really feel for sure of that is because I came here with that knowing that we were coming down to two timelines.
Yeah.
And that we would have to choose one or the other, right? And the one at the bottom would be more of the same old ways bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And the higher road would be us trying new things, thinking outside the box, raising our consciousness,
Yeah.
collectively, all of those kind of things. And then I learned later on in life that the Hopi actually have the same prophecy. The Mayans have the same prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
The several other Native American tribes have this prophecy. The Australian indigenous people have that prophecy as well. The Dogon tribe, like literally everybody, and I had no clue, right? Because I was just a
Yeah.
little baby. I had no
Right.
clue. But in my seeking for my own evidence of what I thought I knew, I found all of these other people and it blew my mind. Freaking blew my
Yeah.
mind. Right. So that's my opinion on that. And then, yeah, I think Q absolutely was instrumental in helping
Mm-hmm.
to be a catalyst of that, because that organization taught people how to do research.
Yeah.
It taught them how to question things. It taught them how to
Exactly.
look for communications that aren't so obvious, like a yellow tie,
Yeah.
right? Or
Or
Tiffany blue,
a misspelling in a tweet,
right?
you
Or a
know.
capital letter where it doesn't belong.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very beneficial and very much a catalyst, in my opinion, for where we're
Yeah.
at now.
Okay.
Definitely.
That's what resonates with me. And I bet that's exactly what the cards are going to say.
Yeah. So we'll see what they say.
We shall see.
Well, okay. Get them. Get all jammed up. Okay. So we got those two. Oh, interesting cards too. Wow. So this first card that came out is Death. And it says, I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. And I feel like a lot of people had to learn that lesson and have that acceptance of that in order to change the timeline. Because we had to let the old ways die. You know, there are benefits of things in the old ways that we need to bring forth with us.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're leaving everything behind and starting anew, and we're going into this complete, you know, AI ruled world, because we're not letting that shit happen.
No,
We're
fuck no.
controlling AI, not the other way around.
Exactly. Amen to that.
Yeah. And then the second card here is forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And all of this, even Q's message, is that all of this is about love, right?
Right.
Love for humanity, love for the planet, compassion, you know, our basic human instincts should be nurtured and honored and used.
Right.
And we have to have forgiveness for the things that have happened in the past, right?
Yeah.
All the way back to when the first white people were coming here to America, because there's a lot of people really mad about that. And I can totally relate and understand, because I have Native American in my bloodline.
Exactly.
Right. But that's what makes us so beautiful, because we're a bridge.
Right.
We're a bridge between the two worlds. And our forefathers did not come here to rape and pillage. And that's what people don't understand. It was not our forefathers that did this to the Native Americans. It was other people. It was other, you got to remember, there was French, there was Spanish, there were several people here fighting over territories. And a lot of those people were involved in this as well. So it's not just our forefathers, right? And I personally don't think that Thomas Paine or George Washington, either one, all the way up to Lincoln and beyond, wanted anything like that to happen to any human beings. So we can't blame it on them, and we have to have forgiveness in our heart for the shit that's happened in the past, and let it be the past. Let it be bygones.
Yeah, exactly. Right? We got to let it go.
Healing emotional trauma of your own personal bag. You got to let it go. Right? Yep. You got to be like that. Let it go.
Yep.
Snow Queen girl. What's her name? Elsa?
Something like that.
Yeah. My kid would know.
Oh,
Is it Elsa? She said, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So then in the tarot cards, we have the Magician, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the World, which I love because, okay, divine magic was at play here to begin with, right?
Yeah.
And I actually saw a post. I just want to address this real quick. I saw a post earlier where some hell-bent Christian made a comment that said, God and Jesus's miracles are not magic, that magic is the devil. Well, I beg your pardon, and I disagree, because anything miraculous would be considered magic unless you can understand the science behind it. So,
amen. Amen. Yes.
I refute their
comment. We are magical creator beings created by 100%. God. We're a fractal of source energy, God, our creator. It's within us. Therefore, we are magical. And Jesus even said, we will do greater things. Turning water into wine. That sounds like manifesting to me. You
exactly.
Know? So, yeah.
So with the Magician card, yes, I feel like we did change the timeline.
Awesome.
Right? So it doesn't make Dolores Cannon wrong. No. It just, you know, nothing that we say or do is going to be set in stone, because words create, thought creates, emotion creates.
Yes.
So it's going to be ever changing, and it should be. It should be ever changing.
Exactly.
Just like science can't stay the same. Science should only stay in place until we find something to prove it different, and then we expand.
Exactly. You know? Yep.
So I think with the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands that we have here, and I don't know if you can tell, but he has a lion behind him in the background. Okay. And she sits in what looks like a lush, beautiful rainforest or something. I feel like this is a good reflection of how we've chosen to take a higher road in the timeline for anyone who would want to understand, you know, which timeline did we change ourselves to. We have taken the higher one, right? Being in a position of a king and a queen, right? Yeah. So we're bossing up. We're growing as a collective consciousness, and we've chosen the higher road, and I love that. And then with the Six of Pentacles, this is all about fairness and equality and balance,
Okay.
So again, this is the timeline that we have chosen now. And I don't know why Dolores Cannon wasn't shown. Well, she was, that's what it was. She wasn't shown any kind of visions, right? Like I've had, or Chris Bledsoe has had,
Right.
right? She wasn't shown visions. Hers was collected data from her clients.
Right.
Yeah. So that's probably why she didn't know. And maybe if she would have pressed that further, you know, because I'm pretty sure after she started making a lot of books and doing a lot of tours, she sort of quit doing the whole regression thing. I could be wrong, but I think that's what happened. And again, you were talking about her and giving her props. She's actually known as the grandmother of coining the phrase star seed or star child.
Okay.
So she gets lots of props and kudos from me on that, because she was literally the first person I had ever heard use that term. And I already knew I was a star child, you know, but I was like, nobody's going to know that. I mean, literally I don't know if you can you see the Archangel Michael picture on the wall here? Sort of.
Yeah,
this is the cover of my book that I've been working on for about 20 years. That's still not done because I keep revising it. But the name of it is A Star Child Speaks, a story that could only be told in fiction.
That is fucking brilliant.
Right. I mean, that's the name of my book.
I love it.
I already knew I was a star child before I found her. So hella props to her. I have great respect for her. Now, our last card we have is the World card.
Okay.
And again, she has that bright, beautiful light around her, and that circle just happens to remind me of orbs. Because I feel like they're going to be on this new timeline. You know, I feel like they're part of it.
Of
Hell,
course.
people like me wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. You know, so yeah, I think definitely. And the other thing I was going to say about the World card is Q, because the last part of the question was about Q. How much influence they had on the timeline changing.
Yeah.
And it's the World card. Where we go one, we go all.
A lot. Yes. Yes.
Right.
And you know, I came across Dolores Cannon when the first lecture I saw of hers was Life Between Death, and it was literally 2 weeks before a friend of mine passed away, and it made me see it lit my soul on fire. It was just like, oh my God, this resonates on the deepest possible level. And I started to look at death completely different. And then when I got the news that my friend passed away, I was devastated, but I saw it differently. I was like, all right, girl, you did what you could in this lifetime. I will see you in the next. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're coming up next month on a 1-year anniversary for my brother's passing, and he's on my mind daily, you know.
Of course.
And occasionally I see him, but you know, I'm somebody that talks to dead people for other people on a regular, on a daily.
Yeah.
And I literally said to my family a couple months ago, I'm like, I don't get it. Why does he not come talk to me? He knows that I have this ability. And then he finally showed up, you know. I was like, it's about damn time.
Yeah.
I'm chump change. All right, what's our next question?
Well, one thing, he's probably been around just sitting back and admiring you, watching you be the badass that you are.
He did say he's been watching me, but he also said that he's been enjoying tormenting our older sister. So
that's great.
There you go. Having a little fun in the spirit world, I reckon.
I'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
The next question is from this one. I think it was the same video about the aliens that you did, where you talked about waking up with a bruise that looked like the 3 fingers. You know, like somebody. Yeah. Okay. And then that made me go, how many times have I woken up with bruises that I don't know how I got there. And yeah, I like my wine, and I'm kind of klutzy. My mom would laugh at that. I'm very klutzy. So I'm just curious if what did I write down? I can't even read my own handwriting. My unexplained bruises. Am I being cared for by my galactic family? Are they giving me upgrades? Are they working with me in the realms? I've heard Dolores Cannon say that some star seeds come in and they're living a whole nother life on a spaceship, and they're
Yeah.
you know what I mean, just different. So I'm just curious, the bruises that I'm getting, is it too much wine, or is it visitors?
Okay.
Star family.
All right. So first we'll find out if you're being taken.
Okay. Oh
It
God, I
just flew
hope
on the
so. I'm
floor.
so excited. Oh my God.
Okay. And then we're going to ask, is it your star family? And whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards just came out together. And what was the last part? Are you getting upgraded?
Yeah, are they working with me, with my
Are they working
soul,
with you?
the DNA or whatever?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, cool. Wow. All right. So the first card is the Ten of Pentacles, which is all about family and being prosperous. So I'm going to say yes. Yes. The
Oh
answer is
wow.
yes. And then the second part of the question was,
Am I
is
being
this
like
your
upgraded?
star family?
Star family. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So we've got the Nine of Wands, which is her guarding her territory. So I'm going to say yes with that. Then we've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is about planting seeds and watching them grow and nurturing your plants that grow. You would be the plant. You see how you play on the words there, because you're sort of like a plant, being a star seed,
Yes. Yes.
right? Being an earth angel. Then you've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is again all about family, communion, communication, being plentiful, being blessed. So I'm going to say, oh, and work. Sorry. So I'm going to say yes, they're working on you to help you to upgrade. And Jesus
Okay.
believes us. The last card is the World card. They're helping you to upgrade so that you can help upgrade the planet.
Okay.
Boom. Boom. Then the
Now,
last part of the question was,
I think that was it. Are they like upgrading me, working with me,
okay,
like
well,
in the realms?
right. So we have the Six of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Six of Wands. So again, okay, the Six of Cups is about soul family, past
Okay.
lives, things like that. So this was an agreement for you to come here,
Of course.
even though you feel very alone with the Five of Pentacles. It's almost like you
Sometimes.
feel orphaned, if you will, like you don't belong in certain
Yeah.
situations because
Oh
the
yeah.
energy is so extremely different.
Yes.
Then you have the Ten of Cups, which is all about family and love and happiness and having that perfect life, that happy ever after type life energy, which is
Yeah.
the goal of the star seeds. And the Six of Wands, she's got her hands up in the air. Eureka, the lights are shining down on her. You're one of the main stars in this celestial play.
Huh. Wow.
So boom, boom, and boom.
And when I was in
And
North Carolina, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm just going to go ahead and pull you a starseed card.
Okay.
Talk. Go ahead and talk.
No, okay. So when I was in North Carolina and I got that amazing reading, um, this woman, she just knew things. And even before we pulled out the cards, she told me that my grandmother was my spirit guide, my mom's mom. And
Yeah.
I'm just curious if there's truth to that, because I want to believe that so bad.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
Your starseed cards say that you're an indigo child, that you're here to help inspire, use your heart and your dialogue and your action and your passion to form community. You're one of the earth angels, angelic ones. You
Wow.
have divine healing upon you, divine grace, and divine guidance. You have star connections,
Okay.
guidance from the stars, your galactic self, and the unified field. Then you have the surrender card with the lady in the water with the unicorn. She's actually in a waterfall, to be exact.
Wow.
And it says for you to release misaligned energies and retune to your truth. And remember,
I'll drink to
then you
that.
have then you have the turtle, which is the well of dreams.
Okay.
Purple turtle.
Hmm.
And this is about creation and visions and messages and dissolving the veil, feeling the bliss, and listening to your dreams because you're working in your dreams
I don't remember them.
because you're working.
Okay.
You're learning. You're probably in training,
Okay.
which might be part of why you're waking up with bruises. Because when I was
Yeah.
in training with Archangel Michael, I would wake up with a hell of sore muscles and bruises.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the last card is about the divine masculine, and it's a dolphin. And it's about you incorporating your divine masculine, rising into truths, learning gentle power and true strength. Not that fiery attitude, but
Yeah.
you know, that not that sass.
Yeah.
Not that sass, because you've got hidden Sagittarius in you somewhere, young lady.
Yeah. Yep.
I've always felt it from the day I met you. Remember?
Well, yeah, and I was born 2 months early, so I was born in August. Had I been born at the
Right.
right time?
You're in August Virgo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But you were meant to be a Sagittarius. That's why you have that fiery energy.
Holy shit. Oh my God. And I know nothing about Sagittarius. Know nothing.
They're fiery. They're a fire sign. They're spicy.
Are they less fiery than, say, Aries or Leo?
Leo is the least spicy of the bunch. They're the calm one. They're the lion, right?
Okay.
They walk and observe more than they roar. They only roar when they have to.
Okay.
Sagittarius tends to roar even if they don't have to. But Aries is a close second for that
Okay.
because
Wow.
Aries like to be right about everything.
Yeah, they do.
And when
Yeah,
they're
they
not,
do.
they get hella mad about it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they get hella mad.
Got a lot of experience with Aries. Mhm.
Yes, I remember. I remember well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what's the next question?
All
And then we're going to
right.
open some phone lines and see if anybody's got any. I can't even tell how many people are watching or
I
if
don't
there's
even
anyone.
know.
I can't even tell if there's anyone.
Well, let's see. 4 watching.
I
So
just
that's
heard Missy
cool.
yell, she is.
Oh, Brittany. My coworker, well, she's worked with me, but my friend Brittany, she's asking about her dog Alaska. Um, her dog disappeared a while back, and she can't shake that something happened to her, and I guess she's watching because she just messaged me on Facebook asking, you should ask about my dog Alaska.
What is her zodiac sign?
Brittany's.
Yeah.
Let me go to her profile. Brittany, I'm sorry, girl. I don't remember your birthday. I'm going to figure it out real quick, though. Brittany, when we open the phone lines, feel free to call in. Okay. She's February 16th.
Okay, so she's an Aquarius. I
Okay.
just needed something to be able to tap into her energy.
Okay.
Because I've actually spoken for pets before to people.
Do you want to see her profile photo?
If they're in the other realm. Yeah, if you've got a picture of her, let me see it.
Yeah.
Do a share screen.
Well, I'm just gonna hold it
Okay,
up.
like that. Okay.
That's Brittany.
All right. All right. I got it.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't feel like her dog is on the other side. I feel like someone has her dog.
Someone has her.
Hmm.
Okay.
I feel like someone found her and they kept her.
Okay. She's watching. Oh yeah. Okay. You
I
hear
don't
that,
feel like
Brittany?
she's dead.
Brittany, comment in the chat. Alaska's still alive. Is there any way we can find out where?
Is it a white dog? I'm seeing a white dog similar to an Eskimo Spitz, but not.
I feel like you're right, but my memory sucks. Her and I have talked about this, and I think I've done cards too. I just don't. I don't remember what it said. She's
Okay.
typing. I see the little bubbles popping up.
Right, right.
She's a border collie mix.
Okay.
More wine.
Okay. So what color is she? She didn't say.
Didn't say. Is she? I'm not very good with dog breeds. I know what a German Shepherd is.
Yeah,
I know what a Lab is.
I got a pretty good idea of what that would look like.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're going to open up the phone lines in about 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put the phone number that you call in the chat box. It's going to be much easier this time than the hoops we had to jump through with the other shit. Yeah. We got a whole different easy number this time.
Good deal. She says she's looking for a picture.
Okay. I don't need a picture. I just wanted to know what color.
We don't necessarily need a picture, Brittany. Just was she white or mostly white? I don't even know what border collies look like. It's just easier to hold it down and send a voice clip.
Yeah, right. I can already hear my kid in there in her head.
White and brown.
Yeah, I could hear my kid telling me what it looks like. But when you said that, like in my head, I could hear her in there. She's in the other room. She's my dog, cat, and horse expert.
A little genius. Yeah, Alaska was got white on her, but mostly brown with white patches.
Okay. Yeah, I don't feel like she's dead. What's our next question? Do we have a question while we're waiting on anybody that wants to call?
Yes. Will we hear from Q?
Oh.
Again, will we get another Q post?
I don't know that I want to use those. Let me use these cards. That would be awesome if we did.
I feel like we will. Now we got 6 watching, girl. Yeah.
Awesome. So this could be a yes.
Okay.
Because we have the runner card, which is where, you know, he disappeared and went away first, or they.
Yeah.
And that happened, right? Mm-hmm. And then we got, look, we have the clock.
Makes me think of Mickey Mouse clock.
Right? I mean,
yes.
cue clock, tick tock, it's time. And then we have the sword and the rose. And the sword and the rose is about truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power, and clarity.
Huh.
So I feel like that's a yes.
Do it, Q. Do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get our bread makers ready.
Yeah, let's freaking do it. And while we're waiting on to see if anybody wants to call, do you want to see if we're still going to get an EBS and scare event? It feels like they keep. And okay, let me tell you what I've been seeing Janine get consistently since 2020. That her cards keep saying that there's a natural event that the white hats are trying to piggyback off of, like something natural in nature that's going to happen, and they're trying to pick it. And that would make sense because it's like World War III, back off. World War III, back off. And it's like, are we still even gonna get the EBS, the scare event?
Right. Well,
Want to pull on that?
I'm going to pull cards on that, but I'm going to give you my intuition on that too, because I've been feeling this for a minute. I don't think WW3 is what we need to worry about, even though that's what they keep putting out there for people to think about. I think it's more like the weather manipulation stuff, because we do have a planetary event coming and a solar event coming and things like that. And I think they're trying to amp it up and make it worse. Or bring it on quicker than when it's supposed to happen. Because if it happens on time as it's supposed to, naturally, right, then we have time to do something different that changes it.
Right.
That changes the level of the cataclysms.
Okay.
And they are, at this point, banking on such events because they've already lost control.
Yeah.
In so many ways, on so many levels, they've already lost control.
Yep.
And so that's really their only ace up their sleeve to try to regain control, is to fuck with the weather and make it happen quicker.
Yeah.
Before the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my opinion on that, or my intuition on that.
Okay.
Now we'll pull the cards. And repeat your question.
My question was, are we still going to get an EBS? A whole 10 days of darkness type scenario where everybody sees the military tribunals that we know have been happening, but people look at me crazy when I'm like, nah, Hillary Clinton's dead. She's been dealt with. They look at me like, no, she's not. She just posted on Twitter.
Careful with words.
Yep.
Careful.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Can't talk freely.
Yes.
Gotta be careful.
Yes.
All right. So we have the Four of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Strength card, the High Priestess, and the Seven of Wands. And I feel like this means no, we won't get it. That there's no need for that we can rest easy and walk in our faith and walk in our strength and know that it's been made to be fair and balanced, to where we don't have to go through anything that feels scary to anyone.
Good. That's kind of how I feel.
That's what I get from this, that it's not going to be necessary now. Now, let's just ask, was that actually a plan in the first place?
Yeah. Okay.
So I already have the Eight of Pentacles, which is about putting the work in. Yeah, okay. Yep. Let me grab this other one that flipped. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles, and then we have the Knight of Swords, the Devil, and the Queen of Cups. So I'm going to say, yes, the right people did put this into place in case this toxic devil energy got an upper hand for a minute. We had an ace up our sleeve as well.
Okay.
That is. Right?
Okay. So it's like they're ready to push the button if they need to push the button, but we no longer need to push that button. Basically,
exactly.
they no longer. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That resonates.
And I kind of said some of that in that podcast I just made.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that the storm is upon us. I feel like we are at the point now where the public is going to get ready to see tribunals that have happened and ones that are taking place now and things like that. I think that's getting ready to roll out. I mean, just today, the DOJ announced they arrested 300 something people, right?
Okay.
And it was about the Medicaid fraud and stuff, Medicare fraud. And I guess maybe Social Security had something to do with that. I can't remember. But there were several federal judges involved in that, and then several lower level judges involved, as well as physicians and pharmaceutical companies and things like that. And I can speak from personal experience that when I was 28 years old, I got a bill from my doctor, and she was my doctor for years and years and years. I got a bill from them that wasn't really a bill, it was more like a statement that said they charged Medicare for some kind of procedure that I didn't even have done. And it was like thousands of dollars.
Oh, hell
and
no.
So the first thing I did was call my doctor's office to say that somebody made a mistake and this needs fixed, and they hung up on me. They didn't want to talk to me about it, which made me mad. So then I called my state Medicare office to tell them, and they did not want to take any information from me. So people within our government are complicit in this as well.
Oh, yeah, they are.
And then I called my state FBI and reported it to them. And again, big nothing burger. But lo and behold, a month later, she was packing up her office, taking all of her files and putting them in the basement of her house. And I lived right down the street from her, putting her files in the boxes in the basement, and closed up shop and went into retirement. And she was only 50 something years old.
Wow.
So somebody tipped her off.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, hell
like
yeah.
Today, when the DOJ was announcing it, they were putting huge emphasis on the foreign people involved in this, different countries that were involved in this. And I don't doubt that they were, but I want to hear you naming the American citizens that created fucking treason.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the list I want to see.
Yeah.
And I want to see punishment for it, because that shit pisses me off.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get off my soapbox now.
I love it when you get on your soapbox. Girl, when I'm watching one of your videos and you get on your soapbox, I'm like, get it, girl, get it, girl. I'm cheering you on. I fucking love it.
I don't get feisty often, but when I do, I'm on a soapbox.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
All right, we're going to give you all one more chance to call me.
Call me. Hey, Elon.
Hey, call me.
I know you're following my girl Kelly on True Social. I know you can use your fancy AI. We're giving you a phone number to call us. Call me.
And maybe on X too, in like 3 different accounts. A Doge account and a Tesla CEO account.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, call me. Yo, boy. We got some business to talk about here. We got things we can do with this world. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Give me a call. Listen to my soapbox rants, because I got great ideas.
Yes. Yes.
We, the people, need to rebuild the world.
Yes.
Okay, everybody, if you want to call in, the number to call is 812-572-8242. We're going to hang around for a little bit longer and see if anybody wants to call. Do you have any more questions, Jen?
Actually, my mom did have one. We know that there's a lot of fake stuff on Facebook. We already know that this is fake, but it's pissing her off that she keeps seeing these random ass Facebook posts talking about Trump got shot, and now she saw one that Barron's dead. Obviously, none of this is true, but like, who's putting this out there and why? I mean, I mean, the why is probably just to feed off of our loosh. But I'm just like, who's doing it?
Okay. Who's doing it?
Yeah. Like people with nothing better to do or the bad guys?
Someone that's in a place of power because they're the Hierophant.
Uh-oh.
And I'm getting Illuminati vibes off of this card, honestly. Look at the picture.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. And the why, which is probably the loosh thing.
Yeah.
Why are they doing it?
To get people like my mom riled up. And she knows it's fake. She's just like, why would they do that? Like, what's the point? I'm like, because they're feeding off our loosh. They want us to get,
Yeah,
they want us to
it's
be
to get you
upset.
to spread false information and create fear in everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
That's
you
the
know,
major
I've been
That's about
guilty of
communicating
hitting the
with the
share
world.
button too fast. You know,
Uh-huh.
nowadays I'm like, oh, okay, I see this. Let me go confirm it before I hit the share button. You know, because I mean,
Right.
I was guilty of it when all this first started. Absolutely.
Right. I was too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all just had to learn. You know, you got to use discernment. You got to slow your roll for a minute and think about this logically. See if it
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
Not be so quick to react.
Yeah.
I think that's a lesson the whole world needs. The whole world is learning right now. Is don't react,
Yeah.
just observe. You
Right.
know, check in with your own higher self, your own inner knowing, and see if it
Yeah.
even feels like it's true, because truth is a
Right.
vibration,
It
you know?
is. And if it makes you feel ill and sick, it's probably not real. You
Right.
know, it's probably
Right.
not true.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel panicked, nervous, worried, whatever, it's probably not real shit.
Yeah.
Because real worry, like anything that would come from a real sense of worry, is going to be deep in the pit of your stomach. It's not going to be up
Hmm.
here in this anxiety area,
Right.
right?
It's not going to be near your heart chakra. It's going to be in the, what's that one that's near the pit of your stomach? The sacral?
Sacral, however you
Sacral.
want to say
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm. Yep. Oh, speaking of feelings, did you feel kind of weird and off today in any way?
A little bit.
So my cousin asked me when she came home, she's like, "You feel okay today?" And I'm like, I kind of have this weird like fog brain, almost like when you've got a sinus infection. You know, it's
Hmm.
hard to kind of concentrate, and if you move too quick, you can feel dizzy and whatever. And she's like, "Yeah, me too." She's like, "I've kind of felt off and dizzy-ish, and I think it's something going on with the energy."
You know what?
So,
And
but I feel
yeah.
like something's getting ready to pop off by 4th of July too.
Yeah.
Maybe good, maybe bad. I don't know. I just feel like something's gonna happen.
My dad was even feeling kind of yucky. He was like, I can't put my finger on it. And I was like, well, let's put on some music. And then that, lifted his vibe a little bit. And I was like, hey, Dad, you
Yeah,
want to take a ride around the block and just rock out? And so we did. And, I was like, you feel better? Just to get out of the house, ride around the
yeah,
neighborhood, blasting some freaking Leonard Skinner and
right
Foreigner
on.
and just rocking out. And I even played for him that in this moment, We Will Rock You with Lizzie Hale and Taylor Momsen and Maria Brink. And I was like, now, Dad, this is a cover, but you got to check it out. And he was jamming. So, yeah,
Awesome.
we're going to make that a routine. It was great.
That's awesome that you did that for him.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
Special moments.
Oh,
Special
yeah.
moments you're creating. That's awesome.
I was the one
Love
who
it.
introduced my dad to Q, and he said, like, he called me up a few days after watching the Fall of Cabal, and he was like, Jennifer, thank you. It all makes sense. And I'm like, what?
Right?
So, yeah.
Yeah, I've hooked a few people
Um,
in my family with it.
Good times. Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, they were really liking it at first, and then when nothing happened, especially when Biden became president for 4 years, right? They got hella
Mhm.
frustrated.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of people did. A lot of people did. And then they were
Yeah.
like, it's all a psyops. This was all just a
Yeah.
conspiracy. It was fake ass, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, You got to trust the plan.
Yeah.
It looks like it sucks right now, but like I was one of the first people to know that the vote was going to get messed with and
Yeah.
he wasn't going to win. And I was hella pissed. And I mean, months earlier, months before
Yeah.
November, I was hella pissed. I was like on my soapbox protesting. No,
Yeah.
this is not the way
Yeah.
we're going to do this. This is not cool.
Mm-mm.
But, my say didn't matter because there was a plan in place.
Exactly.
And in
Exactly.
hindsight, with 2020 and all that happened there, hindsight really is 2020. And
Absolutely.
so I realize now that a lot more had to happen for people to see truths
And
on
it
their
did.
own.
And it did. I mean, I
Yeah.
know that it sucked, but so many people woke up during those 4 years. And then
Yeah.
since January, it's been like bam. And then
I know.
Doge happened. And it's been like where that movie montage where things are happening so fast. They're playing the song and they're having the montage because everything's happening so fast.
Right.
It's hard to keep up.
Right. I
Yep.
know. There's so much going on right now. It's really exciting. It's like we live in really exciting times.
I know. And I'm just so grateful that I snapped out of it in 2018 when I was talking to my mom about the how can you be 9 months pregnant and decide to end it? I'm like, that makes no sense. And that's what led me down the rabbit holes. That's what led me to Q. And
Right.
then I went, oh, I get it now. And I was very much just caught up in my own bullshit. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't give a shit. I was a big Trump supporter because I was like, well, because when I first heard that he was running, I was like, we're being punked. Where's Ashton Kutcher laughing at us? What we're
You
being
know
punked.
what? I kind of thought the same thing.
But then
I
I
was like,
thought
what?
about it. Yeah.
Like, I didn't
And
even
I was
like him
like,
at first.
okay. Well,
You know?
he's a businessman. Maybe he can actually do
But
something with our country.
but he's always sort of been portrayed in the media as this pompous, egotistic womanizer. I mean,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
And so that's all I really ever knew about him. I didn't watch his show, The Apprentice, even though
Mm,
you couldn't help but know that it existed because it was
right.
plastered everywhere. But I had no clue that he had been talking about being president since the 80s.
Mm-mm.
I had no clue about him being on Oprah or any of that, or any of them for that matter. Jay Leno, Larry King, none of
Yeah.
that. Like I had no
Yeah.
freaking clue because I guess I wasn't interested enough to tune in on those days or something. I don't know. Because I
Yeah.
used to watch all them shows, but I don't remember him ever being on any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I watched Montel Williams more than anything. I'm gonna tell my age now, and Arsenio Hall because I
Oh
love
yeah.
me some Arsenio Hall. But yeah, I was more into that kind of stuff,
Oh
in
yeah.
living color, things like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But when J Lo was just a fly girl,
Oh yeah.
she was a nobody. She was just a fly girl.
It's a nobody.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
it is crazy. Um, but yeah, I didn't like him either. I thought this has got to be a joke. But
I
then,
have an
I
opinion
mean,
of him.
I was already. You didn't have an opinion of him, really?
No, I mean I'm like, oh yeah, it's Trump. He's a billionaire, but
This rich
I
guy.
mean, yeah, I mean, but then it's like I'm like, well, because my first time voting when I turned 18, I voted for Bush, and I was so proud, and I thought,
Me
well,
too.
it no, like we keep getting Republican and Democrat, but it's the same shit. And
Yeah,
this Trump's not a politician. He's a businessman. Maybe he can do something. And that's why I voted for him in 2016.
yeah.
You
Well,
know?
I mean, by the time we got to where we were voting in 15, I guess is when we voted.
Yeah.
By the time we got there, I was 100% sold, and I was on the Trump bandwagon, and
Oh
I
yeah.
was telling everybody everything about him.
Yeah.
I've always been a good researcher, and I've always researched things that I don't know enough about when I need to know.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
as soon as he started running, I started researching him, and I started finding all this different stuff about how he would fly in little kids that needed surgeries done or transplants done or whatever, and he didn't want nobody to know that he did it, you know, and he was paying for the whole thing for the parents and the child to go get it done and stuff, and not bought, but paid off this elderly lady's land when her husband died, because they were going to take it for tax evasion, because he was the breadwinner, and when he passed away, she didn't have any money and she was going to lose the home. Like, I started finding these things, and I'm like, this rich guy is like a Samaritan, right?
Yeah.
A good Samaritan.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, now I need to know more. So I started listening to what he was saying at these rallies and stuff. And I'm like, this is our guy.
Yeah.
Like, this is the guy that Kim Clement talked about.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
here, you know? And then I learned about Mark Taylor, the firefighter, and his visions and stuff. And I own that movie because I love it so much.
Yeah.
What a great story. And I'm like, there's no question in my mind. He was sent here, divinely made to be on this path, to be our president, the 45th and through the 47th.
Yep.
He was meant for all of that to happen at exactly that timing. He is exactly where he was meant to be when he was meant to be there. I fully believe that.
Oh, me too.
100%.
Absolutely. Because had things gone differently in 2016, you and I would not be here.
Right. Right. I mean, there would. Yeah. Life would be a lot different. I know for sure I would be one of those people they would have already carted off to jail.
Me too.
I mean, no questioning it.
Yep.
For sure.
It would have been me, you, and my dad. Hopefully they would have let us share a cell so we could hang out.
I'm definitely somebody that they considered a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
And problematic because of the things that I knew about the alien agenda and the UFO agenda and how they have their own. And part of this whole letting people see things that they think are UFOs is really our stuff, you know, and they just let it stay that way on purpose, which I ain't got no hate in my heart for that. I understand.
Yeah.
We got covert operations going on, you know. It's all good.
Absolutely.
But I had friends in Desert Storm that came back from the war and would tell me they were watching black triangles come over and land near the military bases.
Wow.
Like it was nobody's business. And that was the TR-3B. We just didn't know the name of it yet.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Right?
It's all going to come out. And I feel like disclosure is happening now. I think it's not going to be a 10 Days of Darkness. Here it is playing on your TV. It's slowly happening.
Yeah.
It's sped up now, but yeah, it's happening.
But the court hearing videos and the documentaries and the docuseries and all of those things are in place, and that will happen.
Oh yeah.
That will still happen.
Yeah.
They didn't switch us from analog to digital TV and put all of these court channels in place and all of these channels that nobody uses right now in place for no reason.
That's a damn
There's going to be a purpose for them when the time is coming, because all that shit's going to play on a loop. Pick your channel. Pick your channel, pick your subject, pick your person you want to watch till their trial stuff is done.
Yep, and get your popcorn.
And get your popcorn.
Oh, God, I will be jumping for joy when that day comes.
Oh, my God, me too. I'll be so excited. And I really, really, really hope that it happens by this 4th of July. But if it doesn't, I really do feel like something will happen by next.
Yeah. I mean, just look at how far we've come from from January.
Colors.
From January to now, look how far we are. Imagine how far we're going to be and how many truths are going to come out by this time next year.
Right?
You know?
It's going to be huge. Or like Trump says, it's going to be huge. Big league. Big league.
Big league. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm stoked. All right. Well, I guess nobody wants to call us, not even Elon. I'm sad about it.
Elon. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. It was still a fun show and I loved it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's all good.
It's always a pleasure. Yeah. Always.
All right. You got any parting words for the audience before we sign off?
I guess everybody just observe what you hear. Don't react. Just take a breath. Trust in God's plan. Trust in yourself. We're going to be just fine. We're going to make it through all that. We're going to make it to the other side of all this bullshit, and it's going to be glorious.
Yeah, the best is yet to come.
Girl, the best is yet to come. Yes. Yes.
Boom. See you later, guys.